Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem passing grade, and it was asked in CodeChef Contest Starter 203. So Chef is in a class in his university with a total of n students including him. Chef's professor likes Chef but hates the entire class. Okay, this Chef's professor is biased, I guess. Chef's professor has just finished grading their exam papers, and it is known that the ith student has scored A of I marks. Chef is student number 1 and the other student number from 2 to n. Okay, Chef's professor cannot change the marks the student received, but he can decide the cutoff marks. He wants to ensure Chef passes but at the same time fails as many other students as possible. Formally, he will choose some cutoff marks x which is greater than 0, less than greater than equals to 0, less than 100, less than equals to 100, and then fail all students with marks strictly less than x and pass those with greater than equals to x. Find the number of students that passes the class when Chef's professor chooses in the cutoff in the optimal way, minimizing the number of students that pass but ensuring Chef passes. Okay, this is very easy. Only the problem statement is huge. It is very easy. So, okay, in the input they're given, they'll be giving multiple test cases. For every test case, we have a single integer and denoting number of students in the class, including Chef. And in the second line, we have n integers, and those are basically the marks scored by all the students. And this A1 is basically the marks scored by Chef, right? So in this example, they've done 3 test cases. So in the in the first test case, there are 3 students. So Chef has scored 100 marks, other student has scored 59, and then 98. So let's take this example and understand. So there are 3 students in a class, and this is basically array A, and what they've said is they've said basically they'll give n as length of, sorry, not length, it is length of the array, but here the meaning of n is number of students in a class. Number of students in a class, and all have scored marks of AI, and marks will be always in the range from 0 to 100, as you know from the school days. And this array has A1, A1, A2 up to so on till AN marks, and this A1, this is the marks of the Chef, and these are the marks of the remaining students. So in the question what they've asked is, the professor he needs to choose the cutoff marks as x in such a way that he is biased towards Chef. Only he wants Chef to pass in the class, so he wants all other students to fail. But there are chances that some of the students may have scored more than Chef, and some of the students have scored less than Chef. So if he chooses cutoff marks as x, and he wants the more students to fail and he wants the less student to pass, he wants only, and he also wants that Chef has to pass. So that is the thing, and they have also said that they cannot change the marks of the students. So let's understand this. Chef has scored 100 marks, the other student has scored 59, and the other student has scored 98 marks. So now let's say Chef chooses x is equal to 100, which is basically cutoff marks. If you try to see how many students have scored marks greater than equals to this x, so we need to find A of I, which is greater than equals to x, where I is ranging from 2 to n, and here it is 1 based indexing. So accept this, we are not taking this one, these are the remaining students. So if you try to put it 59 greater than x, which is 100, no, this is also no. So only one student will be passing the exam, which is Chef. So in this case your answer is 1, right? Answer is 1. Let's start with this example. We have 0, 100, 0, 100. So we have 0, 100, 0, 100, and this for like 4 students are in a class, and chef has scored 0 marks. So in this case, what he needs to do is that he need to choose the minimum marks that student should, chef should pass. So whatever chef will score the marks, that is basically the x. If you take that as x, so in that case he will be passing, and the students who scores greater than or equals to x, they will be passing, and the student who scores lesser than a of I lesser than x, so those students will not be passing. So in this case, if you see x is chosen 0, so all marks are greater than or equals to 0, and in this case chef will be passing the exam. So in this case all the 4 students are passing, so 4 is the answer. So yeah, here 4 is the answer. Let's start with this example. We have 54, 23, 67, 85, 34, 54, 53, 34, 54, 53. So we have this now. So this is the array, and if you see, there are 7 students, and this is the array, and the chef has scored marks of 54. So now you take whatever chef has scored that to be x, and now you need to find the number of students who have scored greater than or equals to s, so they will be passing. This is the one which is greater than or equals to 54. This is not. This is greater than or equals to 54. This is also. This is not. This is, and this is not. So how many students have passed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to return 4. So whatever chef has scored, so that you take as x, and then you can check in the entire array the array elements to be greater than or equals to x. So in that case, whichever the element has greater than or equals to x value, so that is the answer. Because the chef's main, chef professor main intention is that chef should pass the exam. So let's try to code it up. So okay, let's take, they have given test cases, so test cases I have taken care at this position, and for every test case we have integer n, and yeah, so as you know, like all the marks are from 0 to 100, so we will take one vector of type int, and its size is n. So for every we'll take all the marks and we'll take x to be a of 0, sorry, v of 0. I was taking a in the board, so for every v let me take a only. So a of 0 is the marks that chef has scored, and let's call pass as 0. Initially no student has passed. Now we need to check if a of I is greater than or equals to x, so we'll increase the pass, and we'll have to display the pass. Let's try to run it. It is getting passed. Let's try to submit the code in online editor. The contest problem is not available. Okay, the contest problem is not available for accepting solutions. Okay, I think some background check is going on, so right now it is not accepting, but you may try this solution and definitely it is going to work. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.